I have a Technicolor. All right. Well, it's just a couple minutes after 7. We'll call the meeting to order. Take roll call. Okay. I'm here. Lena said she might be a few minutes late, so we'll let her join if she gets here. Deborah's here. Hi, Deb. Tina. She's kind of ill and said she might be here. We'll find out. And Brad is here. Oh, Jackie, you're here. Marvin, you're here. Okay. Let's see. First order of business is meeting minutes presented to the council for review and approval. Go ahead and read those. I've got a copy of them, but let's see. Okay. Council meeting minutes for 3/12/2026. Attendees were myself, Lena Ball, Deborah was out, Tina was here, Brad was here, Jackie was here, Vicky Scott was here, and Marvin McClone was here as town residents. Meeting was called to order at 7 p.m. February 8th, 2025 meeting minutes were reviewed for council approval. Hi. A couple of these and have a seat. The second order of business, the 3/12 meeting was February 2025. Accounts payable vouchers were presented to the council for review and approval. For that, we had the street superintendent update. Brad reported Frontier phone poles and lines were down in town and overall in bad shape. Has been reported. Clerk Treasurer Katina reported she was working on the 2025 AFR report for Submittal to Gateway. Town Board, code violations, concerned items, update. Lena, Deb, and Bill. Town Board is monitoring open issues and will take appropriate actions as determined by the town council to resolve in the best interest of the town. Other business. Town council again heard comments from the town residents about the enforcement of an ordinance that requires vehicles parked in Burkett to display a valid license plate on the vehicle. Resident was again informed that the town council is not currently enforcing this ordinance pending additional review by the town and legal counsel. Town council heard concerns about town residents about trash cans left out by the street, some furniture out near the street in town. Town council agreed that a town newsletter would be sent out to all residents to help resolve the noted issues. Warning letters will be sent to follow up as needed to resolve the noted issues. Bill reported that Kevin McSherry had retired as Burkett fire chief. The new fire chief is Bryce Good. Sound about right? Oh. Okay. Next item of business is the accounts payable vouchers presented to the council. You. Pass them down this way. Look at those. Dina, we missed you. Dina Moore, county resident. When I was going around the room, you guys speak up. Why? Well, if you want me to say your name or something, you know. Okay, sorry about that.
I'm not offended. I don't know who I am.
I'll try. Well, I'm sure of it now, so I'll try harder next time. Okay. Oh, Jackie, how you been?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Got rid of the snow.
So,
It's gonna get a little chilly yet, probably, but hopefully we'll
Yeah.
be done with that.
and we got two nice crooked stories out of last meeting with Kevin McSherry, so that's good. His retirement and possible new fire station, so.
Oh, okay. They still proceeding with the fire station?
Well, that's our plan, yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be right north of here.
Yeah,
It's
like right by this go up. Right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were shooting for, right?
Yeah,
See if it all comes to fruition.
yeah, we'll see, yeah.
They got a blueprint over there. It looks like it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
On that one this time. It's like that house sold across the street from him, or Vicky over there. Yeah, they had to sign a lien off against the property for mowing it. So it did sell. Okay. Thank you. Okay, next order of business, let's see what we got. Brad, have any updates on equipment, maintenance, roads?
Looks like, with the weather being as much rain as we had, I should be able to get signs put up by next month.
Okay, signs.
The, telephone poles that was down and took the cable down, they came and just picked it up and left with it. They didn't replace it. They didn't do anything else with them.
I did see the one over on Buffalo Street that was leaning. Somebody drove a stake in it in the ground and put aluminum wire around it and it's got it standing back up straight again. Talk about a Band-Aid. I didn't notice them doing that to the other one. It was behind my house. It's re-swinging and stuff. I haven't looked close at it yet. I drove around and like you said, it looked like they picked the cable up and took the wire, but
Yeah, and took the pole with it, because there was a pole
right.
between that and then the next intersection of the alley. They took that pole, but left the one between 106 and 116 that's leaning against another pole, didn't do anything with it.
Okay, looked like they took it out of the one that was just south of Broadway Street. Across Humboldt River. They took that one and they took the one that went by the Railroad Street. Two poles,
No, they only took one
pole
pole
and a lot of wire.
and a lot of wire.
Okay, sure it was them.
Well,
That's
they
a lot
even
of wire.
put flags out and all that, so I thought maybe they were gonna replace them, but no, they just picked them up and left.
Now, for your reference, Frontier did get bought out by Verizon. Now it's Verizon Frontier. I didn't bring it with me, but I've got another number
Two number, good.
for Verizon, a director of Verizon for the state.
Okay. I keep getting this nice, let's say, Asian or Oriental man that when I talk to him, and he's very helpful.
Okay,
And so,
that's good.
and he's not even his department. He's in broadband and stuff like that, but he's got me 2 tickets so far on it. Followed up with it, so.
Well, good.
So we got that part done, but I'll say they didn't do anything but the ones down and leaning, so just waiting for it to come down.
I talked to, one of the guys was over at the station or the place over here, and he followed up and got a ticket on it, I think, as well, or at least, and then he got me the name and told me Verizon bought out, so then we got another contact if we need it, so keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, so signs and let's see, phone lines are okay for the moment,
Yeah.
still in poor shape. Hey, thank you for following up on that. Anything else on your radar?
I would like to replace the telephone pole flags that I had out. They're 2 years old and they're cotton, and since we live in Indiana wind tunnel, they're not in good shape. So do I order those, or I just go pick them up and turn in a ticket for them, or how does that
I
happen?
vote we'll replace them, guys. Take a vote, we'll put new flags up and that. I've had some of the residents, Mike Powell in particular, he said he'd be happy to pay for them. He liked them. I said, well, we'll get them, but if you want to pick them up and bring a receipt in and give it to Katina, the town will reimburse if that's acceptable to you guys. So,
Sounds good.
so this is a vote for that, new flags. Three, oh. Yes, I'll shut that off. Oh. Let's see. Tina is obviously not going to be here. Out here. Here. Okay, talked to Katina and she has the town newsletter to the residents in process. She's, that's, I don't know if you, got to work with her on that or not, but she said she's got most of the information
Yeah. It's
ready pretty soon.
just waiting on, she wanted to find out when we're gonna have the garage sales.
Right. You guys, want to vote on a garage sale this year? Yes, no, and if so, when?
I don't know. Not sure.
It's pretty- It wasn't very good last year, I know. What's your thoughts? You think we should or not?
There's not much participation, so.
Okay,
It's a lot of work for no more people than come to Burkett for a garage sale.
yeah, it was real slow, so let's, somebody make a motion, to or not to have it, and then we'll vote on it. I'll make a motion not to have it. I
I second it.
unanimously, okay. I just try not to be the one that canceled the garage sale, but okay, I'll take the Pete. Okay.
Like maybe in the newsletter, we could put, like, if more people are interested in it, let us know, like the next year ahead of time, and maybe we can do it then.
Yeah, that's fine, and, people can, well, everybody knows they can have a garage sale without it being, I assume we're allowed so many, I think, a year, decent, but, okay. Yeah, that, maybe talk to Katina about that, and, at least take a look at what she's, getting ready to put out, if you would, and, make sure we got stuff in her meeting. Okay. And let's see. Hey, hopefully we can get that, that letter out again, just elaborate a little bit on it. The people, it looked like most of the people that we had, concerns or complaints about, they've cleaned up most of it. The one that stands out is, still the one down at, used to be, Jackson's lived there. It's, 220. Yeah. Currently Jalen Shepherd and Hannah or something like that. 222 West Center Street. They do have a bunch of furniture and trash. Has been there a while. I think as soon as we get the letters out to everybody, the newsletters, we'll mention not to do that. And I would be happy to go give them about a week and then go put a note on their door and mail them a warning. Fairly new to town, but they should know not to do that. So be sure to, if you would, when you're working with Katina, be sure to tell them to call Staffords for excess trash and large items, but they have to pay ahead for it. This kind of stuff, and they'll pick it up or somehow get rid of it. But they don't get it done pretty quick. It needs to get written up. That will hopefully give information, because we've got a lot of new members moving into town. It'd be a good idea to put that in there so everybody knows that. Same thing with whatever else you feel we need. When you mow your grass, don't put it in the street, and whatever you think's appropriate. Trash cans, bring those in. And remind them that trash is real early on Wednesdays, before daylight, a lot of times. Thanks, Jody. Did you get yours missed once?
Yeah, and we had it out,
Yeah.
but not before daylight. No, but. 5:30 in the morning. No,
I don't know.
Never got me stored at home. It was like, oh, that's when I got it out there.
Yeah, I know, they got mine, they left hers. I just wondered, maybe you didn't have it on. They do come by
It was
markedly early sometimes.
I didn't work, so I said, I don't take it out. I didn't realize they were coming that early.
Yeah. I warn people that maybe they'll answer it up.
Yeah.
Hey, any other concerns or items you can think of, Selena? Debbie? And we'll go around the room. No, kidding. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just the basketball goal down at the end of Broadway and 700. It now seems to be in pieces laying along the street.
I seen that.
I was asked by the truck driver in Black Oxide if it could be moved to, because they have hit it more than once. But right now, it's scattered all over the ground. I don't know if they're gonna put it back together and put it up, or what they're doing with it.
It's still in the roadway.
The base of it is, but the gold when the back, the pole are laying in the yard. They're not connected anymore.
I was hoping something happened to it and they would remove it, but, okay. Let's see. South Street, right? No, that's Main Street. It's the other one.
Broadway and
Broadway,
700.
I've only been here 50 years or something, so I should know the streets. Okay, basketball. Oh, and on Broadway Street in the road. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, comments, I think, okay. Arvin?
Yeah, I got a question on this frontier pole. It amazes me how you gotta hold the frontier when it's in one of your guys' yards. But this one's been talked about for 2 years in this alley.
I personally
It's the
report,
same situation.
Yeah, I personally talked to the guy over here and got it started. And there's one on, I walked him around the one in my alley, which I don't think they did anything with. The one across from, the street that hooks up to Herd's house. The three places it was down across the yard. And I don't know if I mentioned the one behind West Sexton's house. There's one that's a power pole NIPSCO should be taking care of. It's a low one hanging over there. If I remember, I talked to Wes about it a long time ago and asked him to talk to NIPSCO. And
Town should take care of that, dude.
pardon me,
Town should take care of Wes's.
call NIPSCO for him, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? He's talked about it, you know about it, I call.
Okay.
If a light goes out, you guys should call that in too. Don't leave it up to the resident.
On my street light?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. As far as I know, any NIPSCO customer can call the number on the billing, and if there's any trees in electrical wires, they'll come out and trim them and all that stuff. I don't know if we want to get in the habit of going to every pole in town and everybody's house and calling NIPSCO for them. Does he just don't want to call them, or you just make an observation?
Yeah, well, because he mentioned it, and if it's still like that, that means that,
He didn't call, or we didn't call.
well, I'm sure his brother didn't call, but
Well, I know that, but there's no traffic down the alleyway.
yeah, if you see it, you should call it in.
Well, I guess,
It's not my problem, I called in.
well,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
okay.
don't wait till it falls over. This telephone pole out here is an easy fix. Just call them, tell them to take the wire off the pole because you're gonna repair the pole. Let's say, lay the pole on the ground, say, we're good. The pole's not leaning no more, it's on the ground.
Well, that's what he reported, the phone lines to them, and they come and remove the poles and the wire. And I would think, I don't know exactly how to answer that, but I'll try. What is your request? Did I call NIPSCO for Wes, or call
We can do whatever you want. You know,
Well, what would you-
that's the problem, but you guys know about it, I'd call it in. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. It's leaning. It's leaned before, they just took a ratchet and pulled it back over.
I think it's ratcheted to something across the alley.
It is, 2 or 3.
would you like to call and report that?
I'll go get the poll numbers and
Get
everything.
the number and call them, and
Address and everything.
I believe there is one that's NIPSCO, and if there is one, or to NIPSCO, I'm more worried about those than on the phone lines, but try your buddy at there. Not a problem. Going to do that. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, I see here you got that the council again heard about the town resident about the enforcement of the ordinance of the plated cars. Where you guys at with that one? You're not gonna do anything for 4 months in a row? You're still gonna check?
It's still under consideration.
So how long are you gonna be under consideration?
I don't know until it's resolved, I guess.
Huh?
I know,
Once you get damn good ready, right?
no, until I can find a way to do it, or
Huh?
till I can get it done, or decide to change the procedures and not get it done. I need to have the time to go through it. Need to have the lawyer go through it. And then we got to come up with an alternative, because I honestly, as I've told you before, I don't believe we can do that. And I'm not going to proceed. And actually, I'm supposed to recluse myself from that subject. As
That's a
Vicky,
good way to get out of it, yeah.
well, that was Vicky cited that. And Huh?
Not here, yeah.
I didn't say she was here. It's on camera. I said,
Yeah.
yes, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So I am not allowed to do that because I've got the problem at one of my properties, which I'm taking care of. But it takes a little bit of time, trust me.
I'm just asking you about.
So I'm just telling you about it.
All this, one, this.
I don't know. If I was a guessing man, I'd say we will never enforce that ordinance because it's not enforceable as to what we had to enforce it in the way it's written. I don't see,
I'm not gonna do it.
okay, let's don't go there. That's probably enough of that subject, anyway, at this point.
I gotta save some of my time to read this off. I wasn't going to, but I think I will.
Okay, go ahead.
So for 3 years, I've been coming to these meetings minus a few months. I better do this quick, because I'm sure I don't have much time.
Oh, you're already out, but go ahead.
And I'm sure the months that I didn't miss much because little gets done. Like your signs and 5 year, we hear about the 5 year plan. Okay. So this is why things don't get done. This is my view of it.
Mm-hmm.
When a town board member or a town resident brings up a problem or suggestion, the town president says, we're not gonna do that. Or talk about it. Or I need to talk to a lawyer. That falls into a lot of things we already discussed. Another thing is that you don't like the town ordinances. That's obvious, because obviously a lot of this trash doesn't still get done. And other things. You don't work together with your board members. I can see that. It's always just kind of one-sided there. It's just not one way. And you can see how that's working for you. That's a force. And I think it'd be better if you would resign. And the town would be better to get somebody else who can help out the town and the residents of the town.
Well, thank you for your opinion.
It's like a lot of this stuff don't get done unless, I'm serious, unless it's your idea, or if somebody brings it up, then, but then somebody else brings it up, we're not gonna do it. It's like that damn pole leaning there. You knew that was leaning, you knew the one down Pat was leaning for 2 years. That one, I don't remember what it was. Poor trash guy had to go around it. I asked him, I said, he said that line's leaning down, I'll take it off, it's too low. So I did try to call it in.
Did you have any success?
No, after one phone call, I give up. I figured that's not my job.
We've called so many times. How many months did it take to get the railroad here and get those tracks fixed?
I
That
only
was,
called them once, because then it was their problem, it wasn't been mine.
well,
And to report on their end too.
again,
Yeah,
that's one you suggested. Is the railroad tracks you suggested in disrepair, and we followed that forever. And you called a few times and you called, and sometimes you've got to just keep going. They just ignore us. I'm sorry about that. I can't snap my fingers and make them come do it.
the inch part, all you gotta do is call. Just put in there, be their problem. If they don't ever fix it, you say, we called you.
And again, we just called the telephone people. And maybe we missed one of the polls. It's a pet peeve for you.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about down by Pat's old house.
There's a lot of,
Yeah, there is.
you actually have to drive around a little, you know.
As I put in the thing, they're in bad repair. And with any luck, that'll maybe get in the paper and that'll help too. I doubt they'll pay any attention either, but anyway, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I appreciate your comments. Can't can only do so much. Anyone else? Thanks everyone for attending. Have a good day.